Good afternoon, students. Welcome to Pole Science class. And today we are going to discuss long answer type question. Discuss the main sources of the Indian Constitution. It's a very interesting question and it's very important question. So let us start. The new Constitution of India, thou ready by November 26, 1949, came into operation on January 26, 1950. The following are the main sources of Indian Constitution. First, Constitution of 1950. The nature of the Indian politics is primarily known from the Constitution of 1950, which was framed by the Constituent Assembly. This constitution, which came into operation on January 26, 1950, is still the basis of our fundamental laws, because Indian Constitution was accepted on 26 Jan 1950. Second amendments. All these are the main sources. Second amendments. No constitution can be raised and a straitjacket if it is to serve the need of the people. It must grow and expand. Amendment is one of the methods by which constitutions are kept in harmony with the changing circumstances. Harmony means unity. Some of the amendments have made significant and far-reaching changes in the original Constitution of 1950. Third, Acts of Parliament. Many articles of Constitution empower the Parliament to legislate on certain matters which deal with the Constitution. Parliament has passed many laws to deal with those matters. The following are some of those enactment, like Preventive Detention Act 1950, Representation of People Acts 1951, Finance Commission Act 1951, Indian Citizenship Act 1955, States Reorganization Act 1956, Supreme Court Number of Judges Act 1956, the Official Language Act 1963 as amended in 1968, the Punjab Reorganization Act 1966, the Unlawful Activities Prevention Bill in 1967, Maintenance of Internal Security Act 1971, Presidential and Vice Presidential Poll Dispute Act 1977, and the Prevention of Black Marketing and Maintenance of Supplies of Essential Commodities Act 1980, and National Security Act 1980. And fourth is sources, judicial decisions. According to Justice Holmes, judges do and must legislate Like the American Constitution, the Indian Constitution has also expanded due to the various judgments of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India has been vested with the power and responsibility to safeguard the Constitution. Many of the articles of the Constitution have been explained and interpreted by the various high courts and the Supreme Court. In the case of Gopalan versus State of Madras, the Supreme Court defined the scope of personal liberty. The 24th Amendment of the Constitution empowers the Parliament to amend any part, including Part 3rd of the Constitution. However, the 24th Amendment was challenged in the Supreme Court. Next source is Government of India Act 1935. The new constitution derives a lot from the Government of India Act of 1935. Both in language and substances, remarks Professor Srinivas, it is a close copy of the Act 1935. Almost two-thirds of the Constitution owes its origin to this Act, with modifications in the context of the new conditions attainable in the country. Many articles of the new Constitution have been borrowed from the Government of India Act 1935. As many as 250 articles, word from word or with a little modification from the Act of 1935, have been inducted into the new Constitution. Some of the articles of the Constitution clearly lay down that till the Parliament enacts a new law, the old rules under the Act of 1935 will continue in force. Next one is the commentaries of the constitutional experts. The commentaries of constitutional experts on the Indian Constitution is an important sources of our Constitution. Some of the important books are as follow, like Alexander's Development of the Indian Constitution, Shukla's Constitution of India, Jennings' Some Characteristics of Indian Constitution, A.B. Lal's Indian Parliament, D.D. Basu Introduction of the Constitution of India. And next sources is other constitutions. The Indian Constitution has drawn extensively from the major constitution of the world. The framers of the Indian Constitution have drawn freely many good things from the Constitution of England, America, Australia, Canada, Germany, South Africa, Ireland. And the last source is conventions. Convention means assemble, meeting, gathering, discussion. However detailed a constitution may be, conventions do clothe the dry bones of law. Ever since the Indian Constitution came into operation, many conventions have grown and developed. One such example is about the appointment of a governor. A convention has grown that before making the appointment of a governor, the chief minister of the concerned state is invariably consulted. I repeat it again, the same point. One such example is about the appointment of a governor. A convention has grown that before making the appointment of a governor, the chief minister of the concerned state is invariably consulted. Thus, Unless the above mentioned sources are studied, the study of the Indian Constitution, which came into force on Jan 26, 1950, will remain incomplete. So, all these resources are compulsory to study if we want to know lot of things about Indian Constitution. So, dear students, we have discussed eight. We have discussed eight different resources which are very helpful for us to study the Indian Constitution. So you are requested to listen it twice and thrice to understand each and everything related to this topic. So till then, thanks and have a nice day.